Të të dashur miq, selam aleikum. Si kur shpjegova më herët, videot e mia me zotin Arnaut që unë bëj me Skype çuditërisht na priten. Megjithatë ne do vazhdojmë bisedën shumë interesante me zotin Abdul Rauf Arnaut mbi historinë e Arnautëve në Palestinë. Mr. Abdul Rauf, sorry, something is happening to Skype. We're having our videos interrupted, but I want to continue the discussion with you, and I'm going to put our conversation in parts for as long as Skype allows us. So you're telling to us about the discussion that you had with then Prime Minister Erdogan, who mentioned about your origin as Arnauts. Now, you mentioned to us before that in Jerusalem there are around 150 Arnauts. What is your opinion? How many Arnauts are in all Palestine? I mean, Israel and occupied territories, West Bank and Gaza. What is your estimate?
I think the total number would be around 200.
So around 200 Arnauts. Do they have? Do they know that they're Albanians?
For the fact, you know, when you say Arnaut, even if you Google it, it says Albanian. So
now we
you know the origin is known, but it's, you know, the connection is difficult. That's, you don't know. You know, I tell you, for instance, in 2016. I decided with the family to visit Kosovo. Now, because we in Jerusalem, we have the Jordanian passports, we don't need a visa to visit Kosovo. It's, this is the agreement between the Jordanian government and the Kosovan government. So we went to Turkey, and from Turkey we go to Kosovo. But before traveling to Kosovo, now Albania is very close, and I was thinking now maybe there is a possibility to visit Kosovo also, to visit Albania also. So I looked into the website of the Foreign Ministry of Albania, and it says that we need a visa to visit Albania. So I looked into if there is a way to get the visa at that time from Jordan, and, you know, it was said that no, you have to go to Egypt to get the visa. Otherwise, you need Schengen. And I didn't have a Schengen, and the family didn't have a Schengen. But I was looking into the details of the, you know, the ways to enter. And in one point it says that if you have an American visa in which you visited the United States, then you can enter Albania. So I said, this is good. And also, I found that Montenegro had the same, you know, that if you have the American visa, then you can enter. So I printed it. That's this page of the Albania Foreign Ministry. And I made the arrangements to travel from Kosovo to Albania, from Albania to Montenegro. And we did it like this. We were in Kosovo for a few days. Then we moved in a car from Kosovo to Albania. At the borders, they said, "Where is the visa?" I said, "Here's the visa, and it's American visa." So they said, "This is American visa. We need European visa or Albanian visa." So I showed. I was printing, you know, this page from the Albanian Foreign Ministry, and I showed it to him. And he looked at it. He said, "Strange, but let me check." So he went to his supervisor. They checked. They said, "Okay, you can enter, you know, with this visa." And then we were in Tirana, and then we moved, to the north, to Montenegro, and from Montenegro we returned back to Turkey, and then to the Palestinian territories, that's to Palestine. Now, when I was in Albania, they said the receptionist at the hotel, she said she looked at the passport. It is Jordanian, and it is Arnaut. So she said, "You are from here, but you have Jordanian passport." I said, "Also, I'm from Palestine." And she was confused. She said, "Palestine, Arnaut, having Jordanian passport. What is this?" So she said, "Okay." She laughed and she said, "Okay." Also, if you come to Palestine, for instance, and you ask about families, for instance, if you say Arnaut, it is known that there is Arnaut in East Jerusalem. If you say, for instance, Husseini, it is in Jerusalem. If you say, there is many families that you can know that it is in Jerusalem or in Ramallah or in Gaza or in Hebron or in Jaffa or in Haifa, So I said maybe while in Tirana, I said maybe I can find something, to know something about the family. So I was in the taxi, and I asked the taxi driver, I said, "I'm Arnaut, and I don't know if there is, like a known family here, Arnaut." And he laughed. He said, "Look, we are all Arnaut, what are you looking for?" So, at that time, I thought that it would be, very, very difficult, more, to know exactly if there is, a direct family connection in Albania. Some people told me that maybe I can try to the Turkish archive, but, it needs to go back maybe like 100 years with the family tree in order to reach a name or get number or something in order to begin from there searching about the roots. So until now, it's very, very difficult, to know exactly the exact roots. We know that the origin of the family is from Albania, but we don't know if there is direct family connection, people that we can reach there. You're talking about long time, maybe more than 100 years. So it's difficult.
Very interesting. Mr. Arnaut, if you can explain us something. You live in Jerusalem. You identify as Palestinian, but you have Jordanian passport. Why?
Because when Israel occupied the rest of Palestine, which is the 67 borders, including we're talking about East Jerusalem, West Bank, and Gaza Strip. They occupied it from the Jordanians, and for a long time, we in East Jerusalem and in the West Bank, we were considered Palestinians, but under the administrative connection with the Jordanians. Now, in the late 80s, this thing had stopped for the West Bank, but it continued working for East Jerusalem. And when the Palestinian Authority was established in 1994, the West Bankers and the Gazans, they had the Palestinian passport, but the Oslo Agreement said that Palestinians in Jerusalem cannot have the Palestinian passport, because Jerusalem is an issue to be solved in the final negotiations between the Palestinians and the Israelis. At that time, the thinking that was that the agreement, the final agreement, would be in 5 years after signing Oslo, which is something like 1999, but it's ongoing until now. So we have a Palestinian, we have the Jordanian passport. We can't have the Palestinian passport, and we have what is called a travel document. Travel document is issued by the Israeli Foreign Ministry, by the Israeli Interior Ministry. It allows us to travel through Ben Gurion Airport